Hi, Aisha. I'm really sorry to bother you right now. I know I'm messaging you just before your wedding ceremony. You must be super stressed right now, but I really need to talk to you. My seat wasn't in the venue, so I just wanted to contact you to check what's going on. Did the staff forget to set up all the seats in the hall? I'm sorry, could you please check with them if we need more seats, please? Oh my god, I didn't realize you were messaging me. I'm so sorry, Fatima. Actually, there was a mistake and the seats weren't ready. And it seems like it's going to be impossible to add more seats in the venue now. So can you please just stand at the edge of the hall? Oh, really? Is there really nothing you can do about this? But it's super difficult to stand still for such a long time during a ceremony like this, though. Well, if you don't want to do that, then maybe you should just go home. It's absolutely impossible to add more seats now, so the only way you can watch is to stand or leave. Wait, what? Are you being serious right now? You're not going to find me somewhere to sit? You're going to make me leave? Well, like I said, there's not a lot I can do now. You understand, right? There's just really not enough space for you. Look, Fatima, I don't really like you at all, and I don't want you here at the wedding. So just read the room a little bit and go home, please. Huh? What the heck did you just say to me? I guess I've been vaguely aware of your hatred towards me for a while now. I'm not too surprised at this. But for kicking me out of my own brother's wedding ceremony? Are you kidding me? What have I ever done to you to make you hate me so much? I understand you don't like me. I just don't get why you do. You seriously want to go into detail of me disliking you? Are you trying to rip into me for reasons why I hate you? You've always been so rude to me and think that you can get away with it. You've always tried to desperately stand out from me, haven't you? It's as clear as day that you're blatantly trying to make yourself look better in front of the family and other people around us. You try to convince them that you're a better cook than me. That kind of thing is nothing but harassment. You try and shove yourself into the spotlight when I'm the one trying to shine in it. That's why I hate you. Whoa, just hold on a minute there, Aisha. What the heck are you talking about? I have never been like that in front of you. I've got no clue what you're saying. Don't say to me that you forgot how you've acted towards me. Don't you remember the dinner we had with my parents at their house the other day? Huh? Oh, yeah, your parents invited us. It's hard to forget the really grand mansion that feels like a house owned by some hotshot executive. We were talking about bringing food and having a house party, but I was a little embarrassed by how out of place my side dish was. You've said that so often already. You proudly accept your appeal just because my parents mentioned your homemade food. Mommy and Daddy just keep on praising your cooking over and over again. They kept saying to me, why don't you get Fatima to teach you how to cook properly? I've never been so angry in my life until that point. You were trying to make me look bad in front of my parents. You're always the star of these house parties, aren't you, Fatima? On that day, we had talked about celebrating my marriage and being together as a family. Why did you all of a sudden become the center of all the excitement? Don't you think that's odd? I'm supposed to be the main character right now. Aisha, you were the main character that day. I was certainly happy that you all enjoyed my cooking, but it was just a compliment, no big deal. Oh, shut up, Fatima. It's not good that you stand out from me, not even for a moment. It's so frustrating to deal with. What? I've not been trying to do that to you, Aisha. I just wanted to celebrate you and my brother today and bond with our families. You've been trying to steal my attention a lot more lately. My mom, dad, and Ali think it's weird. I get it, it's only natural that you can cook so well since your mother taught you well, but you don't need to show off. After all, you're 10 years older than Ali. You're just a pitiful single old hag living alone and has nothing better to do all day. You can't do anything else but cook and show off, but you need to end all this attention-seeking business right now. It's not fair. Oh my god, what? Excuse me? Did you just call me an old hag, Aisha? Is that really necessary? Well, it's true. You're nothing but an old hag who's rotting away in their apartment and will probably own a bunch of cats later on in life since you're still single. I never expected for you and Ali to be 10 years apart in age. It's such a big age gap. When I first heard that from Ali, I was so disappointed. I never thought that I would have an older sister-in-law who's almost hitting 40. You're so old. It's just weird having you be around us younger people. Okay, well, I used to get quite angry over a lot of things, but I've calmed down a bit about my situation. It did look like I was getting a lot of compliments on my cooking, didn't it? So you don't like that, and you don't like me as a person? For now, I want you to know that you're obviously just jealous of me, and you've made your point about hating me, so how about we calm down now? Excuse me? You don't tell me to calm down. I know when to calm myself down, thank you very much. And there's no way that I'd be jealous of an old hag like you. Even though you're good at cooking, don't you think you get a little carried away with your so-called talent? I don't know about that one, Aisha. Look, I think you really do need to calm down since you've made your feelings quite clear. Okay, anyway, I don't like you and I want you to go home now, Fatima. The bride's the star of the ceremony. The daughter of the company said so. An old hag like you doesn't have any right to veto my decisions, so leave and don't even think about trying to get into my ceremony. Hey, Fatima, where are you right now? I wanted to say hello to you, but I've looked all over the venue and I can't find you. Surely you've been in the hall for a while now, right? Maybe I just can't see where you're sitting? Oh, Jasmine, hello. I'm so sorry to have you running around the entire venue looking for me. Actually, I'm on my way home right now. You won't find me at the venue because I left the wedding hall. I'm sorry to waste your time. Wait, what? Why did you go home? Are you okay? What's going on? Did something happen? You do know that their wedding is about to start, right? Yes, I know. Unfortunately, some various circumstances have come up and I had to leave. This hasn't got anything to do with them not having any more seats in the venue, is it? Oh, I knew it. Actually, I was aware that there was no seat for you, even though you're a part of the family. What is going on, Fatima? I thought you weren't here because of work or something like that, so I thought that I would see you at the ceremony later, but to be honest, I thought that something weird was going on. Yeah, is it okay if I talk to you about something? So, there's a reason why I'm not there. Actually, Aisha dropped a bomb on me that she hates me. So it seems like there wasn't a seat ready for me for the ceremony because of her hating me and not wanting me there. Are you kidding me? She actually told you that? What's her problem? Why would she do this to you? You're her fiancé's sister, for goodness sake. Aisha told me that she doesn't like me taking her spotlight all the time and that I stand out more than her. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyways, I understand that today is really important to them and I don't want to make things worse. So I did the adult thing and went home. I don't want to give my little brother any more trouble because of Aisha, so please, just keep this to yourself. Okay, hold on just a minute there, Fatima. This is crazy. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with the party. I don't think anyone else hates you. I guess I didn't think that not everyone would like my cooking. I guess she took advantage to stand out since she didn't like my cooking. That sounds like a lot to deal with. I'm so sorry, Fatima. Maybe she's just angry as you're just wanting to know what's going on. Maybe we're all too aggressive for her. Actually, we've been talking about your cooking a lot of the time at my house. It was so nice to have you make food for us. Oh, really? Does that mean you like my cooking, Jasmine? The food you made for the party was super delicious. My husband and I fell in love with that dish you made, so I asked Aisha to ask you for the recipe. And I wanted to invite you over here so you can teach me how to make all of your tasty dishes. That must have been what bothered my daughter, so she did this. Oh, I see. Well, I guess I understand where she's coming from, but I just don't know what I've done to her. Aisha is my only daughter, and she's just so adorable. But now I feel like I've spoiled her, and she was pampered so much when she was growing up. Maybe that's why she thinks she has the best personality and wants to be in the spotlight all the time. I'm so sorry that I didn't get involved sooner to stop her. Oh, please, don't worry, Jasmine. Don't worry too much about it. I can handle myself. Maybe I did something else to bother her. I don't know about that, Fatima, but for her to kick you out of the venue so you can't see your little brother get married, that's such a terrible thing to do. I'm going to try and convince my daughter to let you come back and watch the wedding. Oh, really? You can do that for me? Is that all right? All I want is to see my brother say I do. Of course, you should be allowed to see your brother get married just like everyone else. I'll go and get your seats sorted immediately, so please make your way back to the wedding venue. I'll see you soon. Excuse me? Who invited you back here? How long do you think you plan on staying here? Didn't I tell you before? There aren't any more seats, so could you please go back home and stay there? Aisha, what are you even talking about? Did Jasmine not tell you what's going on? She told me that she was going to find a seat for me right away. What are you talking about? Since when were you talking to my mommy? What the heck? She didn't tell me anything. Oh my God, this is so annoying. I never thought that you'd go crying to my mom about what I said to you. You've got a lot of nerve doing that. No, that's not what I did. She was the one who messaged me asking where I am. She wanted to make sure that I got to see my little brother today. No, as the bride, I'm the main character today. This is my wedding and I'll do whatever I like. I'm telling you to go home, so you need to leave right now. You know how much I hate you. I don't want you here at all. Are you crazy? Why are you still here? Hurry up and leave. You're ruining everything. How could you talk to me this way? Why should I have to leave? Why do you hate me so much that I'm not allowed to be here? Aha, I know. Maybe you're just trying to find yourself your own husband amongst this crowd, right? That's why you're trying to stay in this hall. You want to find someone to marry. What the heck are you saying? Why would I try and find a husband at your wedding? Oh, I see what's happening now. It makes total sense that you're doing this because you're a single and miserable old hag. You can't afford to miss such a good opportunity to find your soulmate. Did you know that many of my male friends are actually doctors and lawyers? I'll ask if anyone is single to come to today's wedding regardless of their gender. I know you're desperately trying to stand out at my wedding. We both know for a fact that what you said is not the reason why I'm coming to this wedding. There is no way that I'd act out and hunt down potential future husbands at my own brother's wedding. But you're already getting up there in age, and you're so miserable to deal with. You'd probably never admit it, but deep down, we all know how desperate you are to meet someone. That's why no matter how many times I tell you to go home, you're not going to budge. I thought you were just being a stubborn hag, but you're just looking for a man. You're so desperate, it just makes me laugh so much. Aisha, I'm getting really sick of your attitude towards me. Could you please just cut this out? Look, I know you don't like me, but would you stop calling me a miserable old hag? It is so rude. And just because I'm single doesn't mean you can make fun of me for it. A lot of people these days choose to be single for longer. I can't take this anymore. Oh, shut up, Fatima. You're so annoying. Don't talk back to me, you old hag. I'm allowed to call you whatever I like. If you don't want me making fun of you so much, then why don't you just hurry and go home? Then you wouldn't have to talk back to me about being a crappy person. Aisha, please stop being like this towards me. I didn't do anything to you. You really need to stop this. If you've got something to complain about, then you need to hurry up and leave. Stop making excuses to stay. This wedding day's important to me, and I want you to go home. Just having you, an old lady, around makes the atmosphere feel less lively. You're so boring. Well, if that's the case, then shouldn't all the old people at your wedding be told to go home too? Huh? What's that supposed to mean? I only want you to leave because you're miserable. You're annoying and you're so much older than me. You know, I really didn't know that you hated old women so much, Aisha. I guess your mommy will go home then. It's a shame that I won't be able to see my precious daughter's wedding, but that's your wish, so... Wait, what? Are you talking about my mother? Why? Why would she leave the wedding? Just wait a minute, is that you, Mom? Yes, it's me, your mother. Since I'm an old lady, of course I'll go home. I wonder if all the women older than you should go home now. I'm sure that's your definition of what an old hag is, isn't it, Aisha? Wait, hold on. What's that supposed to mean? I don't dislike old ladies. I just hate Fatima. Why do you even have her phone for? Wow, you really didn't realize what I was doing at all, did you? I tried to call out to you many times in the waiting room, but you were so absorbed with messaging on your phone and didn't notice me at all, so I had no choice but to get a seat for Fatima and call her. Wait, what? It was your idea to get Fatima back here? How could you do that, Mommy? Honestly, why would you do that? You were so focused on messaging that I was getting worried about who you were texting. So I asked her to show me her messages. I never expected that you'd throw so much horrible abuse at Fatima. I can't believe you'd treat someone like this, Aisha. Wait, what? She showed you her messages? That's an invasion of our private conversation. She's so infuriating. When did she do this? Since when have you been watching us message each other? Why would you spy on me like this? For how long doesn't matter when it comes to how badly you've been treating Fatima. But I've seen all the messages you've been sending to each other. What? This can't be happening right now. Please tell me this is a joke you're playing, Mom. I've got no words to say to you. I didn't bring up my daughter to act like this, but I know how spoiled you've been throughout your life. Where on earth did you learn to talk like that to somebody? It's disgusting behavior. I don't remember you talking like this when you were younger. Mommy, please. You know I would never speak about anyone like this. I've got good reasons to talk about Fatima this way. She took the spotlight away from me. It's not my fault. Fatima is trying to make everyone like her and take them away from me. I should be the one getting all the attention, especially today. I don't want to hear your selfish excuses anymore, Aisha. If you hate old women so much, I'll just go home with Fatima. I'm not an ancient being, but I know I'm nearing retirement age, so I guess I'm an old woman then. If I wasn't like this, I'm sure the wedding would be more lively. What are you talking about? Mommy, stop being like this. You're not that old. And I don't hate you. I just don't like Fatima. Please don't leave. It's not a good sign if the bride's mother decides to go home now. Please, it wouldn't look good. Don't you understand? It's not good to send Fatima home either when she's your fiancé's sister. We're going to be a big family soon. But Fatima's so annoying, Mommy. She's so old, miserable, and she's single. She brings down everyone. Even though she's 10 years older than me, she always tries to outshine me in everything I try to do. What's the point in trying to convince you otherwise, Aisha? There's no point fighting you on this. If you can't let Fatima stay and watch the wedding, then as your mother, I can't condone this. I'm going to leave too. Goodbye, Aisha. Mommy, no! Please wait. Are you seriously leaving? You can't go home right now. We've not even started the ceremony yet. I'm giving up and I'm not talking to the others about this. If you're going to come home with a bunch of people, it'll be such a nuisance for your new husband. It'll be a childish thing to do to involve everyone in this problem. I've got to go and calm down a little. Fatima and I are going home now. But please, you're my mother. You can't leave me. It's my wedding day. Please don't go. I need you. Have a nice ceremony, Aisha. I'll leave the rest of the things to your father. He can deal with you. I'm done with all this nonsense. How could you do this to me, Fatima? It is all your fault that my mommy decided to go home. How could you show her our messages? I even took the trouble to write a letter to my mom. If the person in question isn't present, then all the emotion of the ceremony would be ruined. All the guests were gossiping because they saw that my mom wasn't there. It's all your fault. Well, congratulations on getting through a super irregular wedding. You know, your mother took me out for tea and coffee as an apology. It was actually so nice to share coffee and delicious pastries with her. I can't believe this. Are you kidding me? How could you both do this to me? She didn't attend her own daughter's wedding, but she went and had coffee with you? We had such a wonderful time together, and we just relaxed and talked about so many different things. But halfway through our conversation, I was listening to her complaints, and she said that you always wanted to be the best at everything. I was sighing and thinking about what she said. I almost ran out of things to say to her. How could you? Just shut up, Fatima. I'm supposed to be the one having a nice day with my mom and family. You've ruined it. I was a woman born into a rich family. It's okay for me to be selfish and to do what's best for me. You're so annoying. Wow. Okay, I guess that's a new and I guess refreshing way to look at spoiled brats. It would have worked out according to plan if you had just gone home quietly. Because of you, my mother got involved. And because of her not being at the wedding, it's going to make things so complicated. If anything bad happens, I'm cutting you off. Don't you dare show your face in front of me again. You make me so angry, I just can't take it anymore. You can't just cut me off from my own family, Aisha. You've got no right to do that. My brother shouldn't be affected by this. It's the best thing to do. I hate you so much. You're not allowed to see your brother ever again. I won't let you. If you meet up with him, I'll know.
I can't believe you'd do this to my own family. This makes me sick. You make me want to throw up. What did my sister ever do to you?
Wait, this isn't Fatima. Is that you, Ollie? Oh, my dear, why do you have her phone for?
I seriously don't feel good, and I'm not in any condition to fight with you anymore. How could you act like this? If you want to cut off my sister, then you can cut me off as well. My family sticks together no matter what, and I'm not going to let you ruin it, Aisha. I don't want to hear from you ever again. Don't bother showing your face in my neighbourhood either, because I'm just going to ignore you.
But I'm sorry, Ollie. I didn't do this to you. Don't leave me. I want to be with you. I just wanted your sister out of the picture. She ruins everything.
Don't talk crap, Aisha. Look, I'm going to the reception now, and I don't want to talk to you there. Don't even think about eating even a speck of my sister's cooking.
At the reception, Aisha seemed to keep her head down the entire time. Even though she kept to herself, she tried to reach for some of Fatima's food. The whole plate was then confiscated by Ali. After that, in the presence of their parents, Ali had a discussion with Aisha. As a result, Aisha was not allowed to see Fatima or Ali ever again, and the others decided to never contact her either. They told her this is the end of her boasting about being young and that she's not their daughter anymore. Aisha will never be able to eat Fatima's professional dishes ever again. Aisha now goes to cooking classes to get better at her dishes, but it sounds like she's causing chaos at her cooking classes every week. Let's hope she can improve her attitude and her cooking from now on.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
I finally found your number. So you are my brother's current girlfriend. And I know about how you went and gave my brother a new coat for his birthday. Wait, is this Jacob's little sister? He'd been telling me about how he had a little sister who happens to be years younger than him. That's me. I am my brother's cute little sister, Chloe. And you are my brother's girlfriend, right? Well, nice to meet you, Chloe. My name's Danny, and yes, I am going out with your brother. Thank you for reaching out to me today. Huh? Do you think I want to be reaching out to you right now? You are nothing but a useless woman to my family and I, so of course I don't want to be talking with you right now. What? You're his girlfriend, and you gifted him a terrible-looking coat like that for his birthday? You've really gone and done it now. My brother has no reason to be wearing such an ugly coat as that. It doesn't even look good on him, so I made sure to cut it to frickin' shreds. That whole coat is in tiny little pieces now and sitting at the bottom of our trash can outside. What? You shredded that coat up? I made sure you couldn't even recognize that it was a coat. See what happens when you give awful presents to your boyfriend? That coat was part of a limited time collaboration of some of his favorite artists that he'd been wanting for so long now. And the price of that coat was insanely high. My brother already has a really good coat that he loves, and that's the one I gave him long ago. That's the only coat he needs. It looks wonderful on him. He has no need for your cruddy present, though, when you didn't put any thought into that coat to begin with. But, Chloe, did you really have to cut the coat up and throw it away? That was not okay of you, all right, Chloe? Huh? We have only just met, so don't you dare start calling me by my name. You really are the most audacious woman ever. What? Are we done here? Just because you've dated him for a few years doesn't mean you know everything about him like I do. I have been with my brother ever since I was born. I know every single detail that pertains to him. I know what suits him best, and I know what he needs and wants. And I'm the only one who knows all of that. Of course you've been around him a lot longer since you're both siblings with one another. And what made you think you could just start dating him without my permission in the first place? And then you went and gave him the ugliest present ever? Break up with my brother already, you frickin' witch. My brother does not need any girlfriends.
Denny, I'm so sorry about her. I know that she got a few texts from our little sister, right? And I'm sure you heard about what happened to the coat as well, right?
Yeah, she went and shredded the whole coat before throwing it in the trash. Is that really true?
Yeah, I just got back home from being at work and I was shocked to see what happened. I even went through all of the effort of installing a lock on my door and locking it daily. She ended up making a duplicate of that key and used it to get in.
I never knew you had such a troublesome little sister, Jacob. You'd always mentioned having a little sister, but not someone like that.
I didn't think she was too bad at first, but I think she is way too attached to me now. And it's not healthy. Also, you can blame me in part for this, since I didn't try earlier to get her off my back.
The fact that she is so in love with you, to the point she'd do something like that to a present from your girlfriend, I think she needs to see someone about that, and soon.
Oh, you went through so much effort getting me that coat, so I'm really sorry for what she's done. To tell you the truth, her being so attached to me has really been driving me more and more nuts lately. That's why I went and installed the lock on my door and everything.
Is she really that bad each and every day?
I was thinking that by locking her out of my room she'd quiet down a bit, but honestly it's only made her more sneaky. Back before I put that lock on though, things are so much worse outright. She'd go into my room when I wasn't around and look at all my schedules and memorise them. And whenever I'd get a girlfriend, she'd try to find out about them right away and start to bully them. Because of that, I've been through so many breakups that it's not even funny.
So she really isn't going to let you go without a fight?
I know. At first I thought she was just attached to me on a playful level, but things have only gotten more scary. Every time I have another woman around me, she just loses it and goes haywire. She'll sit outside my room sometimes screaming about how I can have another girl in my life when I already have her.
Dang.
The first time something like this started to happen, I chewed her out for it. But every time she only got worse and worse, and I've become so tired and complacent. Over and over again I'd find myself someone new, and then when my sister found out, she'd attack, doing things to the girls I love behind my back, to the point they'd leave me without even saying a word. That's why I've been through 7 girls now, and all of them have dumped me.
Things have been really tough for you then.
That's why I was trying so hard this time to keep you a secret from her. I even told my parents and everyone to keep you a secret from her, yet out of nowhere she was able to find out.
So that's the reason why you never invited me over to your parents' house to hang out? I thought it was kind of wild that every time we went on dates, you were asking for us to go outside the town you're living in.
Well, I didn't want Chloe to find anything out about you, so I had to keep you far away. I promised to go have a word with her this time so that she won't bother you any more than she already has. So please don't break up with me just yet.
Don't worry, Jacob. I would never break up with you over something you can't really control.
You sure?
Of course I am. But about this mess we have on our hands, we can either keep on dating one another like nothing's even happened, or we can break up for a little bit in order to get her off my tail.
Well, since she's going to be a major problem, I'll just tell her you left me and that should settle her down. I'll make sure she believes that.
Well, I'll leave all that up to you then, and we can continue to date in secrecy. Just make sure to let me know if anything crazy happens. You really did a number on me with that punch to my face, didn't you? I had to get 6 stitches to fix that gash. This is the first time I've ever had to get stitches. What? You're still alive after all that? Hey, who the hell do you think you are acting like I'm dead? I may have been bleeding a lot at the time, but the cut was not as big as you think. But I saw all that blood coming out of you and I thought it was the end. That's because you literally punched me in the head with all your weight and caused a deep gash. I never thought that you'd come up from behind me like that, though, and punch me. I was just trying to talk with your parents about our marriage, and the next thing I know, I'm in the hospital having my face stitched up. What the hell were you thinking, Chloe? I had no other choice but to do that to you. I had just come home from my part-time job, and you were standing in my house. I was told before that you and my brother had broken up, yet you were there talking with my parents about how you'd become my brother's wife? What is all of that about? That all got my blood boiling in seconds, and before I knew it, you were on the ground. My body knew punching you like that was the right thing to do. Huh? Now, you tell me right now, what's going on here? Why did you come to my parents' house to talk with my parents about marrying my brother? You should have broken up with my brother a year ago. I'm sorry, but your brother and I faked a breakup in order to continue dating in secrecy. We had hidden our relationship to one another from you for a while now, and things really started to set in. What was that? And then I was proposed to by your brother, and we were engaged. Today, you weren't supposed to be home, and that's why I aimed to come over and have a talk with your parents. However, you came back home unexpectedly and then punched me right in the head. The store I've been working at had to close for the day. The fridge in the kitchen had broken, so all of the food we were going to sell had gone bad. That's why I had to come home. And when I opened the front door, I had to see the woman my brother should have left a year ago talking about marrying my brother. Then this was all a terrible coincidence. Had your store's fridge not broken, then all those talks could have taken place and Jacob and I could be happy. Shut up! I didn't think that much blood would come out of your head like that. I was just punching you in the head with my bag in hand, that's all. But it just so happened that I had my battery pack in my bag and that hit you the hardest. Yet just from that, you chose to let all of that blood flow out of your head. Wait, what? You're blaming me now for the amount of blood that came out of my head? I was knocked out by that punch and don't even remember hitting the ground. Chloe, I hope you understand that what you did to me was assault, right? You just committed a crime. Are you aware of that? I guess that is the case, isn't it? After you had to be taken away by the EMTs, my parents started to really dig into me with all their yelling, and I was freaking out over the amount of blood that came out of you. But you're going to forgive me for all of that, right? I happen to be the most important thing to my brother, after all. Excuse me? 6 stitches in the head isn't all that bad. You and my brother hiding your relationship from me is far worse than me punching you, so let's just agree that we're even now. I'm not going to apologize for what I did, and you don't have to either. You're kidding, right? You sent me to the hospital, yet you're not going to apologize for any of this? If I have to apologize to you, then you have to apologize as well. You were keeping a lie from me the whole time. I want you to come to me and get on your hands and knees and apologize. Tell me that you're sorry for making me punch you and that you'll never do something like that to me again. So it really does seem that you have no idea what you're in for yet. Let me just say this one last time. I am the victim to a case of assault, and you are the one who committed that assault. If I go to the police right now about this and tell them what happened, you will most likely be arrested and taken away. Do you understand? Then you would no longer be able to attend university anymore. And as for that company you plan to join, they will refuse you. What? I've heard all about you, Chloe, from your own family. You want to go and work together with your brother for whom you love so much. And that's why you've put so much effort into studying and getting your grades up. Then you were able to go and have an interview with the same company as your brother, and they gave you an offer to join them when you graduate, right? Are you trying to threaten me now? I'm not threatening you because I will not be the one carrying all this out. I'm just telling you the facts, and that's it. What you did to me is a crime, a big one. Yet you haven't even bothered to say sorry for any of it, instead asking me to come and apologize to you. I'd shut up with all that BS you keep saying and start to get a grip on the position that you're in. But wait, you would never normally just call the police over something like this, right? I'm the little sister after all. If I were to be arrested by the police and taken to jail, you'd be making my brother very sad. Do you really think it's okay to make the man you like sad? I will most likely be telling the police, because you don't seem to quite get what you've done here. And the funny thing is, I don't think your brother would care about me having you arrested. What? So, since it's pretty obvious you just don't understand anything going on right now, I'm going to have to talk with the police. I'll let them know that you attacked me, and then you can say goodbye to your graduation and that job you were offered. This is something that has to happen, or else you will never be able to learn that you cannot act like such a dang child. Wait a second! Are you really being serious right now? I'm your fiancé's little sister, yet you're going to call the police on me? Do you have any idea how hard I've worked to make it through school and land that job offer I've been given? And do you have any idea how badly you've gone and injured me today? I was punched in the side of the forehead, pretty much, giving me a deep gash and causing me to become concussed. I was out for about 2 minutes as well, and was afraid that whole time I had to ride in the ambulance to the hospital. Don't just think that because you're my fiancé's little sister, you can get away with anything you want. I get it, all right? Since you won't stop whining about everything, I'll be kind and let you marry my brother. And that should make you happy, right? Huh? I'll let you marry my brother and become his wife, so forgive me now. You'll become my older sister then, and you can't call the police on your own family.
It's too bad I don't have a little sister anymore, though.
What?
It's people like you. When the hell are you going to learn that you can't keep acting like a bitch? Danny was being so kind just then, trying to get you to understand the predicament you're in, all while she's in the hospital and concussed.
What? Is that you, Jacob?
Yeah, your older brother that you love way too much. And now has some very important stuff to tell you, Clay. Starting today, you're no longer my little sister, as I'm cutting ties to you now. Don't call me your brother anymore, because I'm not. You're not even family to me anymore, and maybe not even to Mum or Dad anymore either.
What? Wait, what are you saying? You never cut ties to someone like me, right? Why would you even say something so scary then?
Because you've done something horrifying to my fiancé. You just attacked the most important person in my life, who I love so much, and sent her to the hospital.
Yeah, you're overreacting, Jacob. She only needed to get 6 stitches. I know there was a lot of blood, but even she said the gash wasn't that large.
You're still going on about the blood? You want to know why there was so much blood for a small gash? Because you fractured her skull. What would have happened if you hit her a little bit closer to her eye? How would you take responsibility for causing one of her eyes to go blind? Would you even be able to do anything to gain our forgiveness at that point? After something as bad as this, I won't be surprised if there are lasting effects. I'm sure she's going to have some lasting brain trauma from her concussion and the skull fracture. All Danny did was go out with me and say yes to my proposal. Yet she had to pay for that, with 6 stitches, a fractured skull, and a bad concussion. Have you seriously not realised yet just what the hell you did to my fiancé?
Jacob!
Danny is my fiancé and will someday be my wife. I will not allow someone to hurt her and still think they can be part of my family. That's why I'm cutting ties to you, and you have no damn excuses for complaining about the choice I've made.
But Jacob, you're also to blame for hiding your relationship to her from me. I know I made a mistake punching her like that, but that all happened because of you.
What the hell did you just mutter?
You lied to me about breaking up with her. That's why when I saw her in the house, I was shocked and thought she was breaking in. I didn't do anything wrong for trying to protect the family.
I see. So that's how things are going to be then, Oh, I get it, Chloe. No matter how much my fiancé and I try to help you, you're not having any of it. And are going to continue blaming Danny and I until the day you die, right?
That's right. Well, that's why we just have to say sorry to one another and things will be over with, okay? Then we can go back to being brother and sister.
No, I'm done with you.
What?
I'm sad to have to say goodbye to my only sibling, ever. So this sadness will be my punishment for hiding Danny from you. If you want for us both to be blamed for doing bad things, then we both need to be punished and cut ties to one another.
No way, Jacob.
Now, with all of that said, never freaking talk to me or Danny ever again. And don't worry about me being around Mum and Dad's house, because with this marriage, I'm leaving. Also, as long as you're in that house, I will not be coming back to Mum and Dad.
Wait, Jacob, I don't want this. I don't want to cut ties to you. I don't want my brother leaving me.
I'm not your damn brother. So don't you ever, and I mean ever, call me your brother again.
Please forgive me. I will apologize over and over again if you want, on my hands and knees even. Please, just don't tell the police about this. And please, help me get my brother back so that he doesn't have to leave me. Shut the hell up. I'm going to the police with all of this once I'm out of this hospital bed. Even your parents are telling me to have the police come and get you for what you've done. No, they're not. Also, I like the idea of cutting ties to you. After all, I don't want to live in fear that my own sister-in-law could one day come and kill me for no reason. So forget about me helping you with anything. I promise to never punch you ever again. Actually, that was the first time I've ever punched someone in my whole entire life. I just blanked out, and the next thing I knew, I was punching you in the head. That's all that happened then. That's never happened to me before and will never happen again as long as I don't get that upset. I wonder if that really was your first time. You didn't even make a sound coming up behind me like that. And the form with which you punched me seemed very well practiced, or so Jacob has said. I don't think that was your first time at all, but I guess we'll find out for sure later. What are you going on about? Do you really think that I've gone and punched other people like that before? For example, one of Jacob's ex-girlfriends. From what he's told me, you're the reason for each and every one of his breakups. He told me that you were doing all kinds of things to them behind his back. So perhaps you'd done the same things to them that you did to me this time. I would never do something so scary to them. I don't care how much you all think I'm crazy in love with Jacob. I would never hurt anyone else. I'm a weak and cute little girl. This was seriously my first time ever punching someone. I promise you that I'm not lying. So you really aren't lying to me about any of that? Well then, I wonder what this nice woman in front of my eyes right now is talking about. What? What are you talking about? Who? I actually just found out this morning that one of Jacob's ex-girlfriends is working at this hospital as a nurse. What? And, well, she came to my room to talk with me this morning. She heard about what happened to me and came to say that she too was punched in the head by you back when she was with Jacob. But she didn't want to cause any drama, so she left Jacob without saying a thing. That woman is lying to you! I have never punched any of Jacob's ex-girlfriends at night before. What? I don't know why you're bringing up the time of day it happened. What? But that kind of lines up with the story this nurse told me. She said she was walking home in the middle of the night when someone your size came up and punched her. And before you ran off again, you told her, "Break up with my brother right now." So after she got up off the pavement, she made sure to text Jacob and broke up with him. Hold on. She then went to one of her friends who had also dated Jacob before, and they all started to talk about how much you'd hurt all of them. Kind of like a therapy group of sorts. They wanted to help one another understand what had happened to them and Jacob and why things had to end up with you the way they did. Crazy that you tell me I was your first victim when it seems there are plenty of others out there. You were just saying that you promised me you had never punched anyone before, and that turned out to be a lie. Well, that was, Since this isn't the first time you've assaulted someone, I'm sure the investigation into you by the police will help uncover all the details. And once you are taken to court by not only myself, but this friendly nurse I was just with, we'll see what happens to you graduating from college and working with Jacob. No, you can't! Well then, I need to go and have another word with Jacob. He deserves to know what happened to his exes. After all, he's a victim of your abuse as well, so he's going to find some relief in hearing this. No. I'm asking you to please not tell my brother anymore. I don't want my brother being taken away from me. I never have, so I can't be blamed for becoming so jealous whenever he'd make a new girlfriend. I promise that I will never do anything again to you, so please keep quiet about this. I don't want to be hated by him any more than I already am. Sorry that I'm not like the rest of Jacob's exes and didn't just run away when you started to attack me. Now, I hope you have a safe ride to the police station in a bit here. And while you're in jail for what you've done to me and this other woman, Jacob and I will be having our wedding and getting married. After that, the police arrived at Jacob's parents' house and arrested Chloe for 2 cases of assault, and she was booked at the county jail. There she had to await her trial, and when the time came, the judge told her she'd stay in jail for another 3 years and would have to pay out settlements to me and 3 other girls. A lot of those women had shown up on the day of the court hearing, and they all forgave her after she was taken away by the police back to jail. But I was not going to forgive her and made that clear by telling my lawyer to get every penny out of her that he could in the settlement. After all of that, Jacob and I made sure to use the next 3 years to our advantage and had a wedding and everything while Chloe was locked away. And so far, things as a married couple have gone better than we could have ever imagined. We also chose to change jobs and moved out of the state, so that if the time did come that Chloe wanted to come and find us, she would never be able to.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.